Are you sick of manually taking screenshots of every single page on a client's website just to stick them into a PowerPoint? Are you drowning in 50 open tabs trying to figure out where that one orphaned landing page actually lives? Are you tired of trying to explain site structure to a client using a boring spreadsheet that you know they aren't reading? Are you terrified of quoting a website redesign project because you honestly have no idea how massive the current site actually is? And be honest here. Are you tired of complex enterprise SEO tools that cost hundreds of dollars a month when you just need to see the website map? If your blood pressure just spiked a little bit, stay with me. Because today I'm looking at a tool that claims to automate the absolute worst part of web design and auditing. It's called VisualSitemaps. It is currently back on AppSumo as a lifetime deal, and it might just save you about 10 hours of busy work a week. And hey, if you want to check it out while I ramble, go ahead and click the AppSumo link in the description right now. Let's get into it. So here's the problem we all face. Whether you're a freelancer, an agency owner, or just a project manager trying to wrangle a chaotic website, auditing a site is painful. Usually, you have two options. Option A, you use a manual diagramming tool like Miro or Figma. You draw boxes, you type "About Us." You draw a line, you take a screenshot, you paste it. It takes forever. Option B, you pay for a dedicated sitemap tool like SlickPlan or DynoMapper. And those tools are great, but they come with that dreaded monthly subscription. And honestly, I have subscription fatigue. My accountant actually high-fived me the other day for cutting my software bill, because I was paying for tools I only used once every 3 months. That's why Visual Sitemaps caught my eye. It promises to crawl the site for you, take the screenshots for you, and build the map automatically. And with this AppSumo deal, you pay once, $79, and you own it. No monthly fees. But does it actually work, or is it just going to spit out a mess? All right, let's talk about the setup. I grabbed license tier 1 for $79. The redemption process was super smooth, standard AppSumo stuff. You get the code, you create an account, you're in. First look at the dashboard, it's functional. It's not the prettiest UI I've ever seen. It's very data first. It has a dark mode, thank goodness, because I do most of my work at 11 p.m. like a goblin. But it's not overwhelming. You basically have a big button that says Crawl New Site. Now, we have to talk about the AppSumo math here, specifically the limits. On Tier 1, you get 1,500 pages max per sitemap and 4,000 page crawls per month. For most solopreneurs or small agencies working on standard business sites, that is plenty. However, and this is a big however, Tier 1 only includes one AI-optimized map per month. The AI feature is the new shiny object that tells you how to fix your site structure. If you want to use that heavily, or if you're an agency doing 5 audits a month, you are definitely going to want to look at Tier 2, which jumps to 15 AI maps and allows for much bigger sites. But for me, I stuck with Tier 1 to see if the basics were worth the cash. So let me walk you through my first crawl. I have a client, let's call him Bob, who has a plumbing website that hasn't been updated since, 2016. It's a mess. He thinks he has 10 pages. I suspected he had 50. I pasted Bob's URL into the dashboard. I selected desktop and mobile because I wanted to see screenshots of both. I hit Start Crawl. Now this isn't instant, it's a crawler. It has to visit every page. So I went and made a coffee. I came back about 5 minutes later, and whoa, the visual was right there. It looks like a giant family tree. At the top was the home page, and branching off underneath were all the subpages. But instead of just boxes with text, every single node was a high-resolution screenshot of that actual page. I could zoom in and see that Bob actually had 3 different Contact Us pages floating around. I didn't have to click through the site to find them. The map just showed me. Then I tried the editing tools. It's drag and drop. I grabbed one of the duplicate contact pages and dragged it to a trash section I created. I added a tag that said 404 error to another one. But the coolest part? The visual comparison. I ran a crawl on the live site, and then I went into their editor mode to rearrange things for a proposal. I was able to export a PDF that showed current state versus future state. I sent that PDF to the client, and for the first time ever, he got it immediately. He was like, "Oh, why do we have 3 about pages?" And I was like, "Exactly, Bob. That's why you're paying me." Practicality-wise, how does this fit into a workflow? It integrates with Google Drive, which is nice for dumping the reports. There isn't a mobile app, but honestly, you aren't going to be editing a massive sitemap on your iPhone anyway, so I don't care about that. Speed-wise, it's decent. It depends on the target site's server speed, really. If the site is slow, the crawl is slow. I also checked out the support because, AppSumo deals can be risky. These guys have been around since 2018. This isn't a brand new beta product. They're established. I checked the questions section, and the CEO, Archer, is in there answering technical questions about firewalls and password-protected sites, which, by the way, it can crawl if you give it credentials. That is huge for staging sites. Okay, let's get real. Pros and cons. The pros. First, the visuals. Being able to see the screenshot in the map is a game changer. It saves so much context switching. Second, the export options. You can export to PDF, CSV, or even XML to import into WordPress later. That saves a ton of data entry. Third, the price. $79 for a tool that usually costs $30 or $40 a month is just good value, plain and simple. The cons, the UI. It takes a minute to learn. It's not difficult, but there are a lot of buttons for tagging, collapsing, and expanding. You might feel a little lost for the first 10 minutes. The AI limits. Like I said, Tier 1 only getting one AI analysis a month feels a little stingy. If you really want the AI to do the heavy lifting of suggesting improvements, you're forced to upgrade. And lastly, sometimes the screenshots can be a bit wonky if the website has a lot of crazy pop-ups or cookie banners blocking the view. You might have to recrawl. So, what's the final verdict? If you are a solopreneur with one simple website, you probably don't need this. Just draw it on a napkin. But if you are an agency, a freelancer building websites for clients, or a project manager dealing with complex site migrations, grab this deal. Even if you just use it for the automated crawling and screenshotting, it pays for itself in one project. Seriously, the amount of time I saved not having to Command-Shift-4 every single page was worth the $79 alone. The deal is live on AppSumo right now. You have that 60-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy it, crawl your worst client's site, and if it doesn't impress them, just refund it. If you found this helpful and you want to snag the deal, please use my affiliate link in the show notes below. It helps support the pod and keeps me caffeinated enough to keep reviewing these tools for you. Go untangle those websites, and I'll catch you in the next one.